Are you ready to rant?
The immigrant life lifed me.
We are happy to be here.
Ewo, the number of people's bomb have claimed.
Almost everybody has a master's.
Did you not hire me because I'm black?
I was only black person. I jumped and started shouting, Jesus!
This is the Nigerian Abroad podcast. Let's get into it.
Hi, James.
That's not my name, I told you.
What was your name, friend?
My name is Friend. Yeah. But yeah, I'm fine. Oh, you didn't even ask me a question, Seth. Hello, Dami.
How are you, Ijay?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. I'm fine too. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Really?
What are we talking about today?
HMRC.
The bloody tax collector.
I want to beg Uncle Shali, that's Prince Charles, or King Charles.
King or
King Charles. I want to beg King Charles. So please, I don't know if they can reduce the tax. But sometimes when you see your pay slip, you now be wondering, at what point did
they work that shit for me?
Like, and you're like, and do you know that in Dubai, whatever you earn is what you earn. There's no tax.
It's very clear I've been living in the wrong country then. So,
well, I think they don't, but you can never get PR in Dubai. You just continue to renew your visa.
Once again, visa conversation.
Anyway, let's get into it. So today we are talking about tax and the reality of living. But we used to get taxed in Nigeria. How come it was not? Was it
Who used to get taxed? Who with that? Me?
I know. Wait, there's no income tax?
I don't know what it's like in Nigeria. I just know that.
Go on.
Since you're carrying, bring for me too.
I got you.
I just know that in Nigeria, when you are trying to make some kind of application or something, they now ask for your tax history. Ask. This is leading me my brain. Plus, just like it's entering my eye.
I didn't know that, but I also know that we pay.
Did you pay income tax?
Yeah, because the way I used to work, they removed it completely.
You worked in a proper establishment.
Yeah,
no,
so
I wasn't.
But then I think it just maybe the organization had already planned it before telling us our salary, so it doesn't feel like it's been taken. Or maybe not a lot was taken.
They also used to take it from recharge card. I remember. It's also there. It's true. So
and even when you go to a restaurant, I've forgotten what they call that one. Like you pay tax when you go to a restaurant.
Okay.
That's what they call it.
We don't think that things work in Nigeria, so our brain will not automatically think of it that way. But yeah. Okay, so this is our tax collector episode. Like it's giving Matthew vibes, right? Yeah, Matthew. We put out a question rather, and asked because I don't think we are the only ones that...
It's a universal experience.
It is a universal experience for immigrants. I feel like it is such a rude shock. And you're like, but I've got... You know the way Nigerians will be like, okay, I'm earning £13 per hour. I've worked 12 hours. This is what I'm expecting back. And then you're like, when you calculate, it's almost like 5 hours gone. You're like, so I worked 5 hours for free. So yeah, we put out that question and we got a couple of responses that we'll just read out. And yeah. So this one says, excited, looked forward to a £2,500 company bonus.
Wow, that's good money.
HMRC took 1,000 from it. He choked. He really choked.
1,000 out of 2,500.
So 1,500. You already planned for that 2,500.
Exactly now, because
you probably said,
bonus.
okay, maybe rent for like 2 months so I can rest.
Rest, exactly.
1K. It's like, okay, let me say my own story. So I did extra shifts at work. But my own wasn't like extra shifts. It was just like extra days on. So it was just like stuff I wasn't supposed to do, part of my contract, but I was offered to do it. And I think it was supposed to amount to almost £2,000. And when I saw these, very, very equivalent to this actually, and when I saw the money, it was like 1K. And I'm like, I didn't take a break because I said, let me calculate this money. I remember I called you that time. I was just like, hey, King Charles. Me, I can rant. On my WhatsApp status, like, hey, King Charles. Hey, King Charles, you have done this. You have done this. My money, my money.
But why does everybody call King Charles when it comes to taxes? Why not
It's
Prime
called
Minister?
His Majesty Revenue and Customs.
True.
So he's the one.
True.
He's the one we will go to. We love it here, Sha, in the UK.
Yeah.
Just saying. Yeah, so I think it's just that rude shock. You've planned for it, and you're like,
you have this is what I'm expecting.
Pounds, I'm gonna make it rain, and then drama. But yeah, okay.
Wait, before did you see that meme of I need to look for that meme. The guy was eating. I sent it to all my friends in the UK.
You sent it to me?
Yes. That the guy was eating. So he was saying that the caption was HMRC after you worked extra shifts. So the guy was eating a lot and he was looking at the person like, so what do you want to do about this kind of face?
You know that extra shift is like, because we always tell people that you would definitely get taxed if you take a second job. It's like, so you have time for a second job. You're earning more, so you can pay more. That's basically what it feels like to me. That's basically what it is. So if you now take on extra shifts with the same job, it's giving that vibe because they're not like, this is not... Do you know what? Whenever I do like extra shifts at work, even my bank, when they send me notification, they'll be like, it's salary week, you've just gotten so and so amount. It looks £1,000 more than usual. Like, I'm like, wow, you are monitoring. Like, they're like, it looks so and so more than usual. Even with the week I got the salary increase was like 150. They're like, it looks £150 more than usual. I'm like, why are you hating? Why are you hating? That's my own issue. That's the thing. So they know. They're like, you're working more. It's like you can pay more tax. Why don't you pay more?
Do you know, I don't know if, I think it was secondary school. I don't know if it was economics. There's something that we learned about different government and different tax types.
Oh, I know. If it was economics, I did not pay attention to that.
Some people, it's from government, some organizations, like some countries, the more you earn, the more you are taxed. Something like that. So I've forgotten what it is called, but I think that's what the UK follows, obviously, because if you now earn less, you notice that your tax actually goes down.
Unfortunately, I feel like some people think that way and they're like, come on, I'm not getting a higher job. Somebody actually advised me that if you want to earn between, like, let's say 20K and 50K, choose like maybe like 49. Then if you want to go above 50, don't go above 50 unless it is like 90, 95, because if you're like 55, it will be so much. Like, I don't know how to explain that like tax bracket, but once you've crossed 50, you've left that tax bracket and gotten into another one. And it's just suffering because it's like £5 difference, I don't know. Like, it's very painful. But yeah. Okay, let me read the next one.
And wait, so there's this thing, I think they call it personal tax allowance, that if you don't exceed that amount, they won't tax you.
But who wants to now stay in that?
When I was a student, I was enjoying it. I was not taxed. I didn't know the reality. So when people talk about tax, I'm like,
okay, so I wasn't okay. Maybe we'll talk about it towards the end about the whole refund thing, because that's what got me entitled to my refund. I was working for this agency, CARE, and whether you're a student or not, they will tax you. So that was what made me eligible for the tax refund. And I was just like, HMRC is good though. That was my first year, not now that I'm like, because now I called them back and they're like, sorry, you don't owe any tax. We don't owe you any tax. You've paid the right amount of tax. I feel like that's the most heartbreaking thing you can hear in the UK. Like, oh, we're so sorry, you've paid the right amount of tax. I'm
like, you know that this year
I plan to buy a dining table.
This year I'm planning my bills, some of my things I want to buy with tax refund. So every day I'll go and log in. I'll say, we've not calculated your tax yet. Like, sure.
Me, I
Yes, I've not.
I called and they said I've paid the right amount of tax.
Why
So
not come?
it was like a month of mourning for me
You say a month of
because I was like, even if it's £150, I will collect
As
it.
in, give
Please give me that money.
No.
But I've paid the right amount of
I
tax.
didn't know about tax rebates when I was a student. So it was when I changed my job and someone was just randomly saying, oh, people are getting tax rebate. Then I had a weekend with some of my friends. So someone has said, create an account with HMRC. So I created with that government ID. Then I did. Apparently, they gave me a refund when I was a student. I didn't know because I had moved houses. I didn't change my address. I also got a refund last year. So I got almost 2K.
Wow.
Last year.
Good. Oh, good. The rest
That
of
I
us
didn't even know I had.
always pay tax on time. We do.
That I didn't even know I
Tear.
had until I just logged. This is where I jumped.
No wonder. And she cannot send more than 10K.
What is wrong
You
with this?
people should build this girl. She said she had told herself she got more than 2K.
I said almost 2K. Money that has finished.
What are you buying?
That's not important.
You're sending 10K to Nigerians.
That's not important.
No. That thing is very, very... I didn't even get a lot. But I didn't even have to open the whole app account on the app and stuff. The first year, I just called. And that was like a month after the tax year had run out. I called and then they were like, okay, you're eligible for like 700. And that was huge because I was only working 2 days a week because of my whole dance situation. And I was like, Leeds, my rent was like £300. So that I just put that aside for my rent for 2 months. And the money I was earning, I was not using to flex. Like £700. And that period, I actually got a job. Not a job, but like an artist commission. So I was paid around like 700, between 700 to 900 to create an art project, basically. You remember that time? Yeah. So it was really a very nice
time, yeah.
Let me not say great time, but it was a not horrible time in my life because I was like, okay, this period money is like fine. But yeah.
Okay, our next
thing.
story.
So this person says, the money you think you get is actually not what you get. Just mentally cut that extra in half. In half. You only have 50%. Your hopes up for nothing. I started seeing my salary as after tax and not before.
Yes.
That thing is, anytime I get like a job offer or I see like a job adverts and I say, okay, this is the salary, and I do the calculation and I'm like, no, it's not it.
Exactly.
This is not it. It's not 2,500 a month, or it's not 3K per month. After tax, it's what?
You know, there's a website where you can check it.
Yeah, that's what I do now. But before, I would just cut out like 1K. I'm like, just prepare your mind. Before I found the website that I was using to calculate tax, I was just be like, remove 1K. So that you just prepare your mind.
Yeah, you just prepare your mind.
Remove 1K. But yeah, it's just crazy. Like, for you to say, okay, I'm cutting my salary in half, like, just prep your mind. Because it's better to, like, lower your expectations so that when you actually see something that's not so bad, you're like, oh, it's not so bad. Rather than saying, I'm expecting 2K and then you see 1.3. Yeah.
That's just insane. I remember when I used to do extra shifts. My own reason for doing extra shifts, I wanted to buy a shoe.
10K. That's all I'll say now.
I did extra shifts, because I wanted to buy a shoe. Not even a shoe. See, it's not that I just like shopping and I don't like using my money to shop. So I just know that as an adult, I have to figure it out. So I decided to do extra shifts so that I can use that extra money to shop. Makes sense, right? Girl math. Then I did extra shifts and I was ready.
It's like, £500 ready.
Do you understand? Then when the thing came, I can't remember what it was, but it was extremely disappointing that I stopped. I just didn't bother with extra shifts anymore because, like,
it
the amount of work.
It boosts, but you're not like, that wasn't worth it.
Yes.
It was not worth it. The money you get paid after you get taxed, like, okay, there is the normal tax. Okay, I'm getting taxed this amount every month. But when you do the extra shifts, in the same organization, by the way, which I feel like is absolute bullshit to tax that amount. you now feel like it's not worth it because the reason why you sacrificed your time to do those extra things was because you expected more
money.
I'm very curious to know how the extra shifts are being taxed, how they come up with that huge amount that is almost twice.
I think it's that. I'm not sure how they calculate it, but the more you earn, the more you get taxed.
Yeah, I get that part. But why is it that, okay, let's say I'm being taxed like £300 a month. And then when I earn extra, the tax is now like 700. I understand the general rationale is like everybody kind of should be on the same level. But it is outrageous.
Yeah.
It is, because then people who have families, this is why I would always say it's better to have a 2-income household than one person having a double income.
Yeah.
In the UK, it's just going to work against you.
Yeah, because of the tax.
Because you're like, 2 jobs? So you can earn more. Why don't we take your money? That's just how it feels. That's just how it feels. So, yeah.
Okay, let's move on to our next story.
Somebody said, I started a new job and HMRC deducted what I pay for rent and bills in a month for tax.
I'm just calculating my rent and bills and think if they deduct that in my tax, I'll probably just cry.
Cry, I'll be faint. Not bills. Rent and bills.
Plus bills.
And I'm sure it's one of those cities where rent is outrageous.
Every time I get my pay slip, I take a screenshot of the deduction. I send to my partner and start crying. I say, this could have been mine. Every month unfairly.
That period, like time I was complaining to you, people were enjoying Christmas break. I was working. Everyone was like, oh, let's hang out. I'm like, I'm working. Because I'm like, oh my God, yes.
Extra money.
They took over 1.5.
That's
1.5. My normal tax is less than 500 in a month. It's less than 500 in a month. And those extras, they're like, it's just like, no, we can't let you have this money. Like, no, you're almost there. Go ahead, reach for it. No.
Then you'll snatch it from you.
And just snatch from your fingers. Yeah. It's just... Anyway, HMRC is not all bad because we have what?
Tax refund.
This person says, no horror stories. I got £40 one time. So you can get your tax refund.
Yeah.
And people that get it, I'm paying the right tax, unfortunately.
Now that tax refund thing... that tax refund thing is so... It makes me happy.
It doesn't anymore because I don't qualify.
I don't think I'll qualify anymore too. But it made me so happy that time when I got it. And just, it meant a lot because I think, if I remember exactly, I think I got about, this was a long time ago and came out to me, I don't have money. About 1.8, that's for the first time as a student was 600. And then the second time was like 1.2.
Yeah.
That 1.2 was so shocking. Like,
even 600 is shocking. So, especially when you're a student. So,
so I was like, okay, this is really nice. So I'm trying to plan towards the next one. Everybody's telling me, why do you think you get that? It's just once.
No, me and my friend, and so I have this funny story. So, because when you have this Nigerian community and they're like, oh, get an Oyster card, get this, get this. They're the ones that told us about the refund. So they're like, April, it has ended. Just call them. You will get your money back. Like, they didn't say when you're in the right tax code, you will not pay again or something like that. They just said every time, every year, just be calling. So that first year we called and the thing worked. So we're like, yeah. So when our boyfriend came to the country, she now told him, don't worry, call them. You will get your refund. Even if it's £300, collect that money, collect it. He called and they said, actually, you owe us tax.
I was about to say yes. That happens to people.
That's
why I don't call. I'd rather let them send me the letter.
They now said, how do you want to pay it? Instrumentally? or just pay it now? The guy said, just collect the money. Remove the money now.
It happened to someone I knew. She got the tax refund. Then later, they now came back and said, actually, it was a mistake.
Imagine if you have spent it.
Do you understand? You are owing us.
No, that thing was funny because she had already gingered the guy. And I'm like, this one is even bad. They even already gave you the money. I'll be like, sorry, that's an error on your part. Guy called. He was like, I'm calling. Kini. He said, you had one no, that's owing us.
Please, me, I'm looking for a place. What countries don't tax this highly?
You said, okay, Dubai don't tax, but you were looking for PR. So
in Dubai, you can't be a citizen. You only be
I feel like Dubai
an
is
expat.
just for me to go and swim with the dolphins and ride camel. In my dreams, I'm never doing that.
Why? It's nice.
Moving on. So we're talking about...
It's nice. What's the worst that would happen?
You will fall and die?
You won't fall and die. It's secure.
So we're talking about countries that don't tax people. I told you I'm not an adventurous person and I'd like to keep it out. I saw this video of one girl bungee jumping and then the rope cut and she fell to her death.
Wow.
And then people are just like, oh, I would love to try it one day. Like, why would you ever want to bungee jump? This other one that they were bungee jumping into darkness. Did I say that?
Yeah, I saw that one. Into darkness. That one is very creepy.
Why? So when the rope finish, kini, you will now be down there. They will now pull you up.
I feel like I'll just be screaming. I don't think I'll do it.
Stranger things come to mind, so no, thank you.
I'm not adventurous. I'm saying I'm not adventurous like that, but I did paragliding, so but I'm not.
The only thing I would probably think about doing is getting on a hot air balloon.
Yeah,
that is the most boring, safe thing I can actually say I would do. But all the other skydiving, what did the team know now? The parachute know now. Hey, God, I beg.
You should do paragliding. It's nice.
No.
You just be gliding through this sky.
Too bad for whoever is down. I'll probably be peeing on that person because I'll be so scared.
It feels nice.
Girl, I said I went to this...
Be alone.
I went to an amusement park and I almost cried.
Why?
I got, what's this ride called? Vortex. It goes, so it's like straight, obviously, and then it goes and then tumbles or almost gets upside down. So you already facing down like this and then comes back up. But in that whole time, it's still spinning. So you're like changing position, but you're up here. It comes down, you're up here. I almost died. I felt like I would have died because I was just like, Holy Spirit, in the name of Jesus. Okay, think about my life now. Okay. What have I not done? No, I'm not. No, I was thinking. All this time I'm saying I want to go to Winter Wonderland, my friend. I don't want to go. Maybe I'll just go for like vibes and aesthetic. But getting on any of those rides, maybe those teacup rides, I can do that.
I'm trying to teacup.
You can just sit down in the teacup. Just spinning.
What are you? How old are you? 5? What is wrong?
I don't know.
But you know that there's also Summer Wonderland, and that's my favorite one.
Rides?
Yeah, because with Summer Wonderland, everywhere is warm. Oh, I think there should be one in my area. That was where I'll try and give it a try. I had the last ride, and it was exactly the way you. So when we saw people, they were screaming, we're like, it shouldn't be that bad, bruh.
You would think, You'd be like...
I think my wig fell.
Okay. First rule, don't wear a wig. Was I wearing a wig that day?
I think my wig fell.
Let me think. What style did I have on? That was
the first. I remember clearly.
No, I had a wig.
I think
my wig was secure. God, thank you. My own wig was secure that day.
It's either it fell or it was literally hanging. And
so two things. I don't want to have braids in case you get stuck somewhere. Maybe I'll just go with like normal cornrows.
Yeah, cornrows.
Yeah. I'm not embarrassed myself.
What's the worst that will happen?
With what?
With the hair now. To get stuck, you remove it, no?
No, what if you get stuck and get pulled off? Like, if it's braids that's attached to your hair. That's one of my biggest fears getting into the underground. Like, what if my hair gets stuck on the door? If it's a wig, you can come up with. If it's braid, that's...
To not pull from the roots.
Okay.
Then there'll be blood.
Guy, what's your problem?
Just Apologies.
I'm going to send you a picture of a snake
Why would you do
and
that?
a fish
Why would you do that?
because of what you just said now.
Well, just
Dami is
stating
definitely
facts.
scared of snakes, fish. So, yeah.
I'm just stating facts now.
Me too, I'm stating facts. A fish is a fact, right? A fact-based animal. It's real. It's real.
What are you moving
Guy, please.
Moving on to the stories.
But I don't read the stories though. HMRC Kini.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like we'll have more, but it probably not be in this. Maybe it's something that we'll keep talking about
Talking
eventually.
about over time.
And that's it. We talked about the 40 pounds. Did you read this one?
No. No, there's one here that
We're not reading it.
I'm not reading it.
We have already said we're not reading it. We have told the person we're not reading it.
Yeah, because I can't
I
do
beg,
that.
my visa is too important. Thank you.
What else would you like talk about like HMRC and salary payments and whatnot? I don't think there's anything.
I don't think it's just a whole. We talked about what we experienced. Talked about what mostly everybody has gone through or they're thinking. It's just a rude shock. Like they have deducted this amount of money. You're paid by hour, so if you do the calculation, you've deducted like 4.5 hours worth of work. Yeah.
I was going to say something. You know, when you go to a restaurant and they give you
Sorry, I'm not watching
charge,
I just
and they give you
stayed there.
service charge, do you pay?
You have to pay now. I thought you have to pay.
Service charge is optional.
The restaurants I've been to,
It's optional.
it's not. They put it there.
Yes, but you can tell them to remove it.
They don't.
You can tell them.
No, I'm telling you, like, I've actually tried it.
And they said no. That's weird.
Yeah.
The JI puts optional service charge.
It's not.
Okay. But would you remove?
Yes. Yes. Like, because I was with my cousin. He lives in Macedonia and then he came. So he had come to the UK a couple of times and this thing is saying about service charge. And then he was like, oh, we're taking this off. And they're like, no, they now showed us in the menu that, look, you missed it. Service charge is not optional.
Wow. Yeah. I've actually never Googled it, but it's just something that I think about. Because the reason why I brought it up is, in Nigeria, we pay, I don't know what it's called. Is it sales tax? I'm not sure. But when they calculate your food, they calculate tax when you go to a restaurant in Nigeria. So I just imagine, is service charge the equivalent of that tax or is it the equivalent of tips in the US?
I was about to talk about the tips in the US. I mean, not even the tips bit, but where they say there's like a huge addition to the bill and you ask and people are saying that, the employer is like for health and benefits for the staff. And this guy that was complaining was not like, why are you putting it on me?
On me, exactly. Did I employ them?
Like, it's just you trying to escape paying your staff what they are worth.
Exactly.
And then you are now saying, okay, let's take it out from the customer. Like, we're already doing the tips, the tips policy and all of that. We're enduring that. But then you're now saying, okay, this bit is like health and benefits for the employees. But then in situations like that, are you afraid that, let's say, because in some restaurants in the UK, they ask if you're tipping before they give you your food. If you're not saying no, are you afraid that they will spit or put kata in your food?
Nobody has ever asked me that question before.
No, I mean if you're in the US, because they do that.
Oh.
They have restaurants that ask if you're tipping before.
That's weird. I probably would say no.
And then they'll spit in your food. Most people do. Or Uber though. The whole Uber Eats, like, would you tip after
I always
before?
say no tip.
What if they are spitting your food?
But they used to wrap the food.
Okay, that's true. Also, there's also the option to tip after as well. So maybe we're kind of sheltered in the UK. I like that.
You said I like that. That's weird.
And it's also like it's a thing in movies I watch. It's just a random joke they just throw around that, the waiter is probably spitting in our food now. Like, it's something they are well accustomed to. Oh my God. It's extra sauce.
Ew.
It's special sauce.
That's disgusting.
Got you back. Yes.
Wow. That's petty.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
You know that meme of every time I come here, I am abused.
Yeah.
That's what is happening.
You don't
That's
tell me,
our
oh my
relation-
gosh, you just called me petty. Yes, yes, you did.
That's
Yes.
our relationship right now.
Yeah.
You're always abusing me.
I'm not. You know what? It's fine. Let me take a selfie, by the way.
In the middle of our shoots. Oh, I look pretty.
Oh. Hold on.
Okay, do you have any other... Do you have any other HMRC stories?
No, I don't.
Me
Thankfully.
too. I don't actually have. I just will pray. I just want them to reduce the taxes. I
Not
don't
in
know
this Rishi Sunak economy. Not in this economy, my dear.
how. Are you voting? Do you vote?
I was working that day.
Okay.
Did you vote?
No. I don't know who to vote for. And I don't...
LUP. LUP.
79.
LUP.
Do you know the funniest thing is that people actually want to vote for Labour?
Yeah. LUP. That was Twitter all over. Like, it was all over Twitter that day. Everyone was like, I don't know anybody, but all I know is LUP. That's funny. Okay.
That because my colleague was saying, she was so passionate about it. I'm going to vote Labour back in. Hey, me, which one is Labour?
Me, I'm
Which
okay.
one is not Labour? I need to know, understand British politics better.
Yeah. Okay. So I was discussing this with my husband. I was discussing this with him, and I was like, I studied international relations and politics, and Nigerian politics have scarred me so much that, apart from the general knowledge that everybody has of the politics, for 4 years I spent my time like going deep into Nigerian politics. And when I got out, I wanted to hear anything but that. So I purposely did not try to not involve myself because it's important, especially with what was going on in Nigeria then and now. But I just chose to like separate myself from delving into deep, because two things happen, in my opinion, to people who study politics. Either they like become crazy mad about it, or they just off.
Yeah.
And I was that person that just went off. So I subconsciously did that when I came to the UK. Like, and I'll find myself like, I have in-depth knowledge of like the parliamentary system of government and how it works. Calm down, Joe, calm down. But if you ask me what's going on, I don't know. Me trying to remember Prime Minister's name. Like, so I have to like turn it back on. Like, it's only dance. Politics. I study politics. My mother's school fees no waste, please. Anyway, so I now told myself, like, when they brought the brochure, like, who are you voting for? I was looking at, wait, let's even now know who's going to rule us in this country. And I'm like, no, this is not good. I need to get this back on. Like,
Yeah.
I've been scared, but okay, now you're living here, you need to at least participate.
Yeah,
And it also
exactly.
helps in other things, like if you're on the electoral roll, voting.
Yeah.
And
I'm actually on the electoral roll, but I just, when the whole voting thing came, I think I need to actually, I didn't know who to
Nigeria
vote
has
for.
scared us, actually. There's this nonchalance that we have with voting. I mean, not until last year. I would have voted if I was in Nigeria for the elections, but I wasn't. So there was just this nonchalance that everybody just has with, they will rig it.
Yeah. And I feel like, does it count? Does it matter?
Does it count? Does it matter? So we picked that mentality and we're like, okay, the country is working, sha. So what's my own?
So whoever you people choose.
But LUP 71, LUP 72, LUP. Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah.
All right, no worries. Okay, so we have come to, why am I always not doing closing speech?
Bye. Oh, well, I was actually going to say bye, bitches, but you guys are not bitches.
There's a reason why I do it. It's fine.
Exactly.
Thank you for your help.
So, the way my brain works, I want to close it so that we will know that.
So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, TikTok, and YouTube.
It's always fun when people say Twitter,
Spotify.
X, because it's just random how people just say X. You'll be like, huh?
Exactly.
Formerly Twitter.
Yeah, and well, please, you can also, what's the English? be involved in the conversations with the link on the bio where you can share your immigrant stories.
Yeah,
and,
please. We like the gist.
Yeah. Also, when on Instagram, I'm always engaging with people. When people say, because I think with last time we talked about menial jobs, I really talked to a lot of people. Like we talked to people and engaged in conversations.
I feel like that
DM.
menial jobs episode was a good one because people were like, "Oh, I've done this, I've done this." Like people are suffering in this country, especially as a start. So
c'est la vie. Such is life. Anyway, thank you and bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Peace. Peace out. As in peas.